Schrock Innovations helps consumers with award-winning customer service.
In this week's Compute This How, Schrock is helping business owners save potentially thousands of dollars a year on IT costs.
Here he is. Thor Schrock owns Schrock Innovations. Good to see
Welcome
you, Thor.
back.
Hey guys,
we
thanks
like
for having
saving
me.
money.
We do
Saving
like
money is a
money.
good thing. You know, we've been talking on the radio shows and everything. You know, for businesses, a lot of businesses are like, okay, we're coming out of the summer doldrums. It's back to school. You know, everything. People are getting back from vacations. Things are starting to pick up in the service centers again, and restaurants are getting busier. And what lots of businesses don't think about, they don't think about their websites right now because it's too early to think about Christmas. But we're saying, no, now is the time you have to think about it. But a lot of small businesses run on a very simple IT policy. Run it till it breaks and then call someone to fix it.
Yeah, right. Well, you don't want to think about spending the money. You're not going to hire somebody.
Well, everything's working fine.
In the off chance you have an issue here or there.
Well, and if you have 20 computers or less, there's not really a need to have a dedicated IT person on staff. I mean, everybody would like to have someone that could just pick up the phone and, you know, hit their extension and be like, my toolbar is missing, what do I do?
It's hard to justify that salary on a question like that.
Yeah, so what type of corporate services are you talking about? Things you can help businesses with.
Yeah, absolutely. What Schrock Innovations does, we put together a corporate services agreement for businesses, and we've been doing this for years. This isn't a new thing, but it is new in the sense that a lot of small businesses don't realize it's available. What we do is we say, okay, how many computers do you have in your business? Let's say you have 10 computers. So there's a base charge of $175 per computer per year. That's what you pay. Then, if you have a problem with your computers, with your network, with internet, if someone has a question, anything like that, basically then you have us on call for the whole year. If we have to come out or do a Schrock test, if you just call us with a simple problem like where'd my toolbar go, we'll fix that. I mean, we fix anything for anybody that we can fix in 2 minutes or less, regardless of who they're with. But we'll go ahead and fix that for you, get it taken care of, and you don't have to pay anything then. You don't have to have this, you know, oh, we got to call a guy out, it's going to be $200 bucks, and we're going to have to wait 2 hours for him to get here, you know, that jazz. So it's really nice. If we do have to come out, there's a $100 trip charge, but if we're there for 5 hours diagnosing a difficult network problem, we had a situation where we went out to a doctor's office because their server wasn't working and they couldn't take x-rays anymore. Ooh. That's bad for a doctor. So we went out and we found out that the problem was quite simple. Your hard drive is full. You've taken a lot of x-rays. You're very successful. Congratulations. You need bigger hard drives. And then we looked at the system they had in place, and someone back in the day sold them some ridiculously expensive, you know, RAID 5 server with, you know, 6 different hard drives in it. All this hot swappable technology. They're not going to be pulling hard drives out of the server. They didn't need any of that. And it made the repair costs, you know, more expensive as a result. So we went in there, we were able to recommend a new configuration that saved them money. It was less expensive to reconfigure than it was to just add the drives they needed. And then while we were there, we were able to identify 2 other problems with the server. The drives they thought were working properly, actually that were full, were actually going bad. They were about to have a massive and epic hard drive crash that would have required data recovery services, thousands of dollars of work, and because they had this corporate service agreement for $100, they got it. It took all day. We had a tech there all day, but that's the deal. $100 if it takes us. If we come out and say, "You silly rabbit, you kicked the surge protector switch under your desk," that'll be $100. You know, don't call us like that again. You're gonna get in trouble. Or if we come out like in this case, and oh my gosh, we got to bring a team of guys out. We have to rewire the network. We got to do all this stuff. We're out there for 8 hours with 2 people. It's $100.
Yeah. So that's where the savings really come in.
It allows a business to budget their IT costs, and small businesses don't like budgets. It's like, you know, it's like saying, okay, I'm unemployed and I need a family budget. You know, it's like, why waste the time? You know, well, when you're a small business, you're like, you know, we're flying by the seat of our pants here. We just intuitively know when we can spend money and when we can and what we should spend on and what we shouldn't. We don't need to go through this whole budgeting process. But on the same note, when it comes to IT budgeting, if you fly by the seat of your pants, eventually your pants will be torn from your body. I mean, it will happen eventually. And every small business has had this happen where they're like, oh my gosh, the insurmountable IT, where if we don't spend the money, we go out of business. And if we do spend the money, it's going to really hurt.
I think about it on a personal scale. If you just, you know, you have one PC, one laptop, and the headaches that we deal with just as general consumers, and we don't have the sort of load that they have at a business.
That's why we came up with the Schrock Desk service. For $30 a month, if you're an individual, you can have the same level of support. Now, the nice thing is when you're a corporate client, the Schrock Desk, you get the Schrock Desk, you get Secure Updater.
That's built in.
You get all these things because we want an ounce of prevention. You know, we don't have unlimited staff. We don't want to send our people all over town every day of the week. even for a $100 trip charge, especially on the 8-hour jobs, we're going to lose money on those jobs. So we want to prevent the problem. So while we had that technician out at this doctor's office, he just checked a bunch of other stuff while I was there just to prevent the problems from happening. And we probably saved them from over a week of downtime, actually.
Which is good. And I think the Schrock desk for businesses is just as important because as a business owner, your time is just as valuable as your money. So
in some cases, more important, because if your time is taken up with unnecessary tasks, that means you have to pay somebody else to do the necessary tasks.
Even if you know what you're doing. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
what I think about. I wouldn't even know what I'm doing, even if I had the time to do it.
Well, and you
I have no
don't
clue.
underestimate business owners. Small business owners are a scrappy bunch. They'll figure it out if
Just
they
try
need
to figure it out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's what, well, they get used to doing it all. They're their own marketing coordinators.
Yeah.
They're the sales. They're the CEO. They're the IT. Unless we've got you.
These are the people who are going to settle planets someday. You know, I mean, they'll figure anything out if they have to.
That's
you know?
great. SchrockInnovations.com is the website for business owners watching now. What do they do? Just call any
Yeah,
location?
give us a call in the service center. You want to talk to Sharon, you can call any of the 3 service centers and ask for Sharon, and she can talk with you, and she'll come out and meet with you, look at your IT needs, and craft a plan that's designed for your business so that you don't end up in a situation where you're literally having to face a decision. Do I continue to do business? Or do I not fix my IT? You don't want that situation.
It doesn't cost anything to talk to Sharon.
Not at
Figure
all,
out
not
what
a
your
bit.
solutions are.
Thanks, Thor, for coming in today.
Hey, no sweat,
Nice
guys.
to see you.
Thank you.
And sorry about my
Yeah.
sneeze. I did my best to conceal it
That
there.
was magical.
That was pretty good.
That was a TV professional right
I
there.
think it's allergies or something. I can't tell you.
I
but
would have been, excuse me.
I know. I was
you
over there
know.
going.
It was a little, yeah, it was like a mouse.
Anyway, good to see you. Thank
see
you.
you. All right, still ahead, the host of a new Travel Channel show dedicated to drive-through cuisine.
And after the break, the event where golf and history come together.
That wasn't me.